Welcome to the CWC Podcast with your hosts, David Selby, Andy Horton, and Savannah Smith.
All right. Welcome back to the CWC Podcast, your home for the latest news, rumors, and updates in the sport of chuckwagon racing. I'm your host, David Selby, and I'm joined by my co-hosts, Andy Horton and Savannah Smith. How are you guys today? This week, we're going to be speaking to a competitor. We're going to be speaking to a friend. He's a supporter of the Chuckwagon channel, and he's hosting not one, but two races at his family ranch this year. It's Trent Little, and it's going to be a good time, so stick around. But before we get into it, get over to the Chuckwagon channel, chuckwagonchannel.com, subscribe, and relive the ride. It's $11 a month or $99 a year, and we have the third season of the Great Wagon Race. Officially, we have announced it. Big Mules Up the Hill. It's coming out on March 14th. So now is the time to start brushing up on seasons 1 and seasons 2. And I'm sure that's what you've been doing in your free time, right, Andy?
Oh, free time. Yeah, that's fun.
Andy, you got home at 3:00 in the morning.
Yep.
So you're kind of dragging through the afternoon here. It's Monday, the 23rd that we're recording this.
Yeah. If that's not visible, then I don't know what else to say. That is, it's pretty obvious.
No, you've got some good lighting. We don't see any backs whatsoever.
Yeah, you have probably the best cinematic setup out of the three of us. So I think it just levels out. That's all it does. It just helps level out a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right.
It depends on the time of day for me in this room, because the room I'm in is like all white across the whole room. And so like my light can be a little bit more yellow depending on the time of the day or whatever, or just like shining more directly on me. But this time of the day, around 3:00 in the afternoon, it's I guess even enough. It's really echoey in here too, so thank goodness for the podcast mics where it's so clean and clear.
Need some stuff. You need more stuff in your room.
Yeah, it's true. I do.
Speaking of podcast mics, you guys cannot see it, but we have very meticulously secured my stand with a patch of sticky notes because the little twisty thing is stripped. And it won't like catch itself anymore. So we've got about a pad of sticky notes this thick shoved underneath it to hold it in place, and it's pretty solid.
You'd make a great chuckwagon racer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
Or lighting tech.
So what else is new? You guys had a big weekend. Savannah, what'd you do this weekend?
I was actually home. So I did my spring cleaning. I meal prepped Saturday, and then excuse me, I'm a little sick too. And then Sunday I spent the entire day cleaned out my closet, ironed my jeans and my shirts, all the fun stuff.
It's kind of crazy to think that we are almost into spring. It's crazy to think that we are less than a month away from our first chuckwagon race at the Buck Creek Chuckwagon Races over there in Alamo, Tennessee.
Wow.
So, man, that's kind of wild to think about.
It's coming fast.
Yep. But what better way to get prepared for that than what's coming up this weekend?
Oh, we've got the awards banquet finally creeping up on us, and we are beyond excited to present our 2026 CWC awards, as well as support everyone who are getting their state points and other awards. So last year was really fun. It was my first time going to the awards banquet, so I feel like I'm a little more prepared this year. I know what to expect, and I will be dressed to impress, unlike last year. I was pretty casual.
What were you wearing last year?
Jeans and a sweater. Like, I mean, it was like, it's a sweater that I would wear like business casual, but it was definitely some jeans and a pair of nice boots. Not like casual, but we're dressing up this year. I got to be on par with Cindy Wheeler.
Oh,
she looked nice last year. I liked her outfit.
Well, I asked because I get nervous. I don't know how much is too much or too little, and so I don't know if I wear a CWC t-shirt. I guess that's not really dressing up anymore.
No, you need to wear a suit. Show up in a suit.
Yeah.
Get you a pair of Wranglers. Get you a blazer top. I don't know what the male version of that is, and then get you some cowboy boots from Jones Boots.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's our local boot store down here. Well, I'm looking forward to this weekend. I know it's a long awaited, and for us, it's kind of like we geared our kind of our family vacation around this trip down into Arkansas. And so I'm going to be going down. I'll stop in Clinton. I got to stop and see the Oafs, and we're like right there, right before we're going to be premiering season 3. So I'm talking with them all the time, and we'll be proofing some materials and talking about what we're going to do this year. That's crazy that we're like getting into 26 already. And then,
Wow.
and then I'm going to head on down to Lone Oak, and Miranda and the kids will be down the next night for the actual night of the banquet. So we're going to end up leaving a vehicle in that area. I've been talking to Courtney Lee about maybe leaving the truck with her. But all this long-windedness to say, I don't know that we're going to set up a booth quite like we did last year with like a big TV, just because I don't know if we're going to tote that much gear in. But I do think I'm going to take some T-shirts and try to kind of liquidate what our stock is for last year's T-shirts for the Chuckwagon channel. Probably selling them for $10. So if anybody wants to get down on some merch before we kind of flip it over into the new year, feel free to come and bug me about that. Yeah, so long awaited, but I think we're going to go ahead and try to get our guest on here, because if I know Trent Little, he's a man of many words, and he's going to have a lot to talk about because we got 2 events to cover. The other thing you can't expect from the Chuckwagon channel, we're doing a bundle offering with our annual subscription with the annual membership for the ACWRA. We're doing a bundle with the ACWRA, $100. It's a $30 savings, and you'll have a full year of the Chuckwagon channel with everything on it. And then that will also get you your $30 annual subscription through the ACWRA. So kind of a nice partnership that we're doing there. Make sure that you ask about that if you haven't already been presented it when you come in the door to sign up for your annual membership. But you'll get a little card, and that card will basically just tell you, this is how you need to sign up. This is the code that you've got to have. You have to have that code if you are going to, it's a promo code basically. You've got to use that on the website, chuckwagonchannel.com, if you want that to work. And if you already have a subscription, or if you're subscribed through the app, for example, my information is on that card, and everything you need to know is on there. They will hand you that, and you can reach out once we're done with the annual banquet and everything, and we'll make sure that you're set up. So take advantage of that this weekend.
Everybody message him immediately following the banquet, so he spends his vacation fixing subscriptions.
Yeah.
Or understand that he might take a little bit to answer because he is getting set up on vacation. But we are here. We will take care of you.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. If there's anything that we don't know how to do, then we'll figure it out anyways, and then we'll know how to do it from then on. So we appreciate your patience there, but we wanted to do something different and new, and do something that we could work with the ACWRA and bundle those things, bring a little bit more value. So looking forward to that.
Heck yeah.
Speaking of, I got to get down there and pick up those cards. Okay.
I'm already missing the food in Shelbyville. Man,
Mm.
what a town.
Tell us about Shelbyville.
It's not a very big town. It's I wouldn't even have a guess at the population, but we found a couple of little places to eat, which thank goodness, because the concession at that barrel race was pretty terrible. But like, there was this little restaurant, and it was pretty fancy for how small, and it was called the Glass Hollow Table. And man, it was nice. Like Tuscan stuffed salmon with bourbon glazed sweet potatoes and like that kind of stuff. Like, it was really, really good. And there was a little breakfast coffee place next door to it that I had the best omelet I think I've ever had in my life at. So
that sounds delicious.
It was great. It was great. Like, Tracy got eggs Benedict, and it was like perfect. I'm like, whoever is cooking eggs back there knows how to cook an egg any way you can think of it. So yeah,
I would love to learn how to make a bourbon glaze.
Man, I don't know what in the world they did to get where they got on those, but that was the best sweet potatoes ever. They were like cubed up and like roasted, and wow, they were good.
I meal prepped some sweet potatoes this weekend, but I don't think they were that fancy. They were pellet grill cooked in.
Yeah, I don't care. Sweet potatoes are great. I'll eat them anyway. Yeah.
I've seen this TikTok trend. I mean, it's been a couple months ago, and I'm kind of showing my age here. TikTok trends. But they were taking a sweet, like microwaving or baking a sweet potato, and then there was some sort of soft white cheese that they would slice and then just stuff in the middle of the sweet potato. It almost looked like they were just stuffing a whole stick of butter in it. And
it was cheese.
Yes, it's a soft, creamy type cheese, not cream cheese, but creamette cheese. I don't know. Don't get me to lying. I know that our Walmart did not have it, so I ended up with smoked cheddar, and still pretty good. You just kind of cut the top of it off so you've got access to the mushy part, and then you just stuff a whole log of cheese in it and let it melt inside.
Okay. I could get behind that.
It was good. That may be one of those like simple, easy Chuckwagon over the fire meals.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could see that.
I will have to update you on what the cheese was that you were supposed to use, but it was delicious.
Wonder what that would have been. Surely not like feta or something.
No, because feta's crumbly. It looked like, it was, like I said, it looked like a stick of butter, and it about had, it was stiff enough for them to be able to like manhandle it and shove it inside without it falling apart. Sounds so bad. But it's a soft enough cheese that it's malleable and it creams up once you've applied the heat. That doesn't sound any better. Ooh, we're a family-friendly show. No innuendos.
Cheese
and sweet potatoes.
When the humor is too crude to even put in the outtakes.
All right.
Oh no, this is staying in. These kids know we're talking about cheese.
Is it James May on Top Gear? Cheese. And guy really likes cheese.
What's your favorite type of cheese, gentlemen?
Oh, I don't know. I like stuff like street corn with cojita cheese on it, so that's pretty good. That's a good cheese. I do not like blue cheese.
Me either.
That is straight up feet.
It's kind of how I feel about feta cheese. It's to me, it smells like vomit, and I just can't get on board with it.
Yeah, it's stout. It's not as bad as blue cheese though. Nothing's that bad.
What about you, David? What's your cheese of choice?
Oh, definitely Velveeta.
Velveeta.
Yep.
I mean, Velveeta is pretty good.
Velveeta with a pound of Jimmy Dean's regular flavored sausage, browned and mixed in, along with 2 cans of Rotel. Yep.
I feel like everybody's got some sort of variation of that. Which our family, it's ground deer meat. That I've heard other people do the same thing with ground beef. Never heard it done with breakfast sausage, but it sounds freaking good.
I have.
It is quite delicious. It's been a staple in my family for decades and decades for sure. Probably starts back with like my grandma Davidson. It's my mom's side.
Topic of cheese, if you've never seen it, you need to go watch the Fat Electrician's story on government cheese and the fact that we have mines full of cheese, and that there was an entire psyop organized with Pizza Hut and other restaurants to get us to eat cheese.
Interesting. I feel like I've heard about the cheese caves.
Yes, cheese caves. That's it. Yeah.
I'm gonna
cheese caves. I have not heard of that.
I know what rabbit hole I'm going down tonight.
Yeah, look up the Fat Electrician, and you could probably do Fat Electrician and cheese caves or cheese or whatever, and you will get that story. And I don't know if you ever watch any of that guy's stuff, but it is awesome.
I bet the French are just looking at us like these people needed all that just to eat some cheese.
Yeah, and for the record, I don't know if you can really say Velveeta is actually cheese.
I don't think so.
I think it's plastic.
But it is.
It is too.
But it is delicious and terrible for you.
Well, David, I think I will have to find some ground deer meat next time I'm in Arkansas and bring back for you guys, just so you can try the ground deer meat inside the cheese dip.
Yeah.
It's pretty magnificent.
Well, I hate to make it that much healthier, but I guess we can do it.
I don't think it's unhealthy, is it? At least it's not,
Just the cheese
processed.
itself. Well, the Velveeta is terrible. But no, deer meat's super lean, super good for you.
I've got to where, which I have a lot of hunters in my family, so I have the luxury of being able to just smile and say, "Pretty please, can I have some?" And they'll send me home with some. And I've got to where I make tacos or my hamburgers with deer meat. I don't even really cut it with beef anymore.
Yeah. I haven't in a while, but I mean, it's to the point now where, I don't know, all the challenges out of it, because it's like not really, I don't even know if I'd call it hunting as much as I would like shopping. Just go in the backyard and pick one out.
Yeah, we've seen your photos.
Yeah.
Andy, you got some ground deer meat I could finesse off you?
Not right now. We've let people come out here and take a few of them, and I actually didn't do anything like that in the last couple of years, so I have nothing that I would trust anyway. There's probably something in a freezer somewhere, but I don't think I would thaw it out and try to eat it. Just saying.
Oh, Trent Little's here. We got him.
All right.
Ooh.
All right, well, let's bring Trent Little onto the show. Hey, there he is. What's up, man?
Hello.
What's up, guys? How are you guys?
Great.
Oh, we're good. You look really good though. You got like the whole setting. You got a little greenery dipping in the corner there.
I found the one clean spot in the house.
Yeah.
It was too cold outside.
Oh man, yeah, no
You
kidding.
and
It is.
Andy with the nice beards. My goodness.
I'm just trying to follow in Trent's footsteps here, you know.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Is yours a pain in the butt sometimes too?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Man, I
My
can't
wife,
get over.
I would shave sometimes, but my wife won't let me.
I'm on her side. Women
can't-
like the beards.
I can't get over that hump of like if you're like 5 or 6 weeks in and you really start to feel it curling back in, and so it itches and all that. I've just never been able to get past like maybe the 6-week mark. I just end up shaving it. I just can't do it.
I can't imagine David with a beard. I think we're going to need to find a picture, and after this episode's live, it needs to go on Facebook. So
They're not going to find too many. I don't get too far along. I mean, like literally last week's show, I think I probably had it about as long as I've had it in a while, and it doesn't look like much. It's just like, when it starts curling back in and it's itchy, I'm just like, I think I'm done. So
yeah, it's sometimes it's a struggle to get through a stage.
yeah, but I don't have that great of a beard. You guys have like good full beards, and it comes like all the way up on your cheeks. I got a patchy beard. I don't grow enough hair.
Oh, I have that same problem too.
That's a good thing, Savannah.
Well, I do have a little bit of a mustache. That's a problem. That's
I don't
kinda
think it's
airing
politically
something out
incorrect.
here.
I don't think it's politically incorrect to say that I'm not into women with beards. Okay, I'm not there. Things might change.
Not anymore.
I'm not into it.
I'm not so sure, man.
We don't like the
Politically
bearded women.
incorrect.
You used to have people that would pay to go to circuses to see bearded women. Did we just grow out of that?
Probably not to fall in love with them though. But
Yeah, probably not for the same reason.
well, Trent, what's going on? It's the start of the week for you. It's a Monday. It's February. Where does that put you in life right now? What are you doing?
Oh man, we're in the throes of ice storm cleanup. Just got internet back 2 days ago. We were about 27, 28 days without internet.
I was gonna say it's been like a month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We were without power briefly, I think a week or 10 days, and water for a few days, but not bad. We had gas heat, we had gas stove, so we were more fortunate than a lot of folks.
Man, that's
hit pretty hard here.
yeah. I've heard a lot of stories about what's been going on, and glad to know that you're getting back up on your feet, especially in time for the show. It wouldn't have been good if you didn't have any internet for this, but here we are.
But we barely did. We barely did. So what we're doing for the last week, Rodney, my brother, and I, we've been kind of swapping out, running a piece of equipment. We've got an excavator and been running tractors and stuff, trying to get ice storm stuff cleaned up. I mean, the campsites from last year are non-existent. It looks like you've been dumping brush there.
Wow.
So the trees are just devastated. The trails are devastated. Trails are dangerously devastated. I mean, there's still a lot of stuff hanging in the trees, a lot of widowmakers, as they call them, and just a lot of work to do. And it's kind of overwhelming, but we're falling in and started doing cleanup, got a lot done. We're going to have some nice bonfires for the races.
I believe it.
Not going to be short on firewood. So for someone that doesn't know who you are, I mean, we've had you on the show before and everything. And for someone that doesn't know anything about you, though, let's back up just a little bit and reintroduce where Chuckwagon racing comes into your life and where that starts for you.
Well, of course, with Reggie, my brother.
Yep.
He was kind of a pioneer in Chuckwagon on this side of the river, and loved it. This is, of course, this is where I always wanted to do a race, but you asked what got me into Chuckwagon racing. It was Reggie. Reggie always begged me to go, begged me to get involved, and my career kept me on the road traveling. I was a IBEW operator by trade. I traveled and just never had a chance to get involved in them. Wanted to try it, wanted to go, just things never just lined up until the first race I ever really went to and stayed for the whole race was Reggie's Memorial Race after he died. And just wished I'd gone a lot sooner. I just got hooked from the very get-go. And the people, I mean, that's really what does it as much as the sport and the excitement is the people. It's just a different atmosphere, man. It's not like rodeo. It's not like not like car racing. It's not like anything, man. It's just a different group of people, and it's as much like family as you can get without being blood kin.
Yeah, and you started racing though. So what was your...
As soon as I could.
Yeah.
After I went to one, I mean, I couldn't wait to get in the wagon.
When was that though? What was your first race?
Oh, the first time I raced was probably, I can't remember if it was 46 or 52 ponies at Whiskey Ridge. I think that was the first time I drove a team.
Okay.
From there on, I couldn't wait to get in something faster and faster and faster. And then drove a couple of other small teams. And then the first time I ever drove a classic wagon in a race was at Clinton year before last.
Oh, wow.
Then I was really hooked.
That is one heck of a place to get your feet wet.
Hey, I won my heat, but I was the only one that finished. I was the only one that finished that heat.
Hey, win's a win.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll take it. But that was, man, it was so fun. And then Danny got me in the big horse rubber tire wagon with Dustin, and man, I ain't looked back from that. That's an adrenaline rush like none other. That and the classic are just absolutely indescribable.
I agree. I always had, my favorites were always classic and the buckboard. My dad runs in buckboard, but he only runs at Clinton now. He is long over his association days. But last year I was really introduced to big horse rubber tire, and I am a fan. They are so fun to watch.
Yeah.
Last year was a really big year for you. First time track, and this year you're hosting not one but two. So what made you decide to expand?
Insanity.
Hey, that'll work.
Originally I wanted to do our race as a fall race, but it just didn't work out that first time to be a fall race. And we really liked the slot we fell on. I mean, we like our August slot, and that's what we want to keep. But I'd kind of always had that fall race in the back of my mind anyway. But we started being approached and asked about the possibility of sanctioning our summer race, our August race. And we're pretty dedicated to keeping that race an outlaw race, just in Reggie's honor and just as a proven ground for new things. I mean, there's a lot of reasons that we like being able to make the rules.
Yeah.
We can see what works. We can see what doesn't. If we want to try something new, it's hard to implement that in the middle of a sanctioned season. But when they started asking us about the possibility of sanctioning that race, we told them we just wanted to keep it outlaw. But if they wanted to try to do something together, we would be interested in doing a second race and sanctioning it. And that's where we're at. And we're going to try it and see how it goes. We're hoping that, it was a lot on us last year, a lot of work, a lot of stress for me. I mean, I get in a tizzy sometimes, but we were hoping, and we are hoping, that from coming off the heels of a race, it'll kind of be set up and ready to flow into the second race. There won't be a lot of setup work to do, a lot of pre stuff to do that's not going to already be done. We do have some things that we're going to do different for that fall race that kind of going to keep a secret, but fall festival type things, kind of change it up. A lot of stuff for kids on that fall race. But
heck yeah, man. Well, I think we're all looking forward to the fact that you're going to have two of them. I'm probably a little biased because not only did you have me come out there early in the year last year and do some filming and do some socializing. We shot a podcast. We went and got some margaritas. We had a heck of a time. And so I feel personally invested in you guys' race and the success of it. But then I also got to announce your race, which was a first for me.
You did phenomenal, man.
Well, thanks.
And there'll be a lot of differences in these two races, but one thing that we hope they have in common is the announcers. I'd like to keep same announcers.
Okay.
All the way through, if everybody's in agreement with that.
Yeah.
So.
Well, my fee has gone up. I mean, I'm pretty expensive, but
we'll try to get you on some kind.
We'll be there. We'll be there. We're excited. I'm stoked about it, man. I'm really excited. So we're going to be going into. So I mean, just for those that don't know, so I didn't say the dates yet. So August 1st and 2nd. That's what we're looking at. It's the very start of August. That's our outlaw race, Reggie Little Outlaw #2, and then that's going to be followed up in the middle of October, like the 17th, 18th, something like that, right?
That's right, 17th and 18th. We're going to open the gates for the outlaw race on the 29th, or no, on the 29th of July. And then the sanctioned race gates will open the 14th of October. Then race days will be the 17th and 18th.
Cool. I know it's kind of early still, and I know you guys have a lot of work to do just to get back to status quo. But what can people expect this year? As we're coming into the second Reggie Little Outlaw race, what's going to change? What's something that you looked at and you saw last year? You're like, hey, I want to do that different or better this year.
Primarily, one of the big things that we are going to do, that as far as suggestions we had, is going to be the track. We're going to do a little bit of work on that east end of the track, smooth that up, widen it out just a bit if possible, but get it smoothed up a lot and packed and just dressed up and in good shape. But people wanted to go on the other side of the little ditch and all. We don't want to make it too easy. I mean, it was called a driver's track, and that's what we want it to remain, is a driver's track.
That's fair.
Going into this year, what the hazard was last year. Everybody's talked about it. A lot of people recognized it last year before it happened. But we're going to make it as safe as we possibly can, but drive that in.
Hey, it's still a Chuckwagon race, right?
It's still a Chuckwagon race. Yeah. That's right. It's not it's not a. We're not drag racing.
So you're not thinking about running the big mules up and around the audience?
Oh, please, yes.
He goes, shh.
Come on.
Oh man. Well, we're not going to put anything past you, Trent.
Oh man, yeah.
I don't call it outlaw for nothing.
That would be outlaw as heck. Wouldn't that be?
That's definitely an idea. Huh?
Oh my goodness. Well, I guess. Well, the reason I say that out loud is because it doesn't even seem like it'd be possible with the dip you have there. But I wouldn't put it past you guys to build something that makes it possible. So, or just have to get through. You got to get through that dip somehow. Go ahead. It's a 6-foot drop, but it'll be fine.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's all funny.
Driver's track.
Yeah. If you got a
You've
bridge,
been warned.
yeah, if you got a bridge you could miss, that is definitely a driver's track.
How big are your mules?
Wow. Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, so also last year we had the Extreme Cowgirl competition and some arena events, had the rodeo and stuff. Are we going to see stuff like that again, or is?
Absolutely. I have not had a chance to speak with Miss Debbie Johnson yet this year, but I'm assuming that she knows that we're hoping she's all in. We will talk soon, and I want to make the Extreme Cowgirl something bigger and better. I mean, I just think it's got so much potential.
I agree.
It's a little different at every race where she does it, but Miss Debbie does that traditionally for nothing. I mean, she does it for the girls, and I'd love to see that grow in a way that could really benefit Miss Debbie. She does so much for the sport, for the Extreme Cowgirls, for the girls that compete for her. Just such a wonderful lady.
I agree.
Last year, another thing that you guys did different, it was youth. So recap what the difference was there, and if you feel like that was successful, something you'd do again.
I feel like that's probably my proudest moment of the race. That youth division, that junior division went off exactly the way I hoped it would, and a little better. I mean, it was, I think every kid that participated in that division was thrilled to death. I think they were all thrilled to have the chance to step up into that. And I think they were all ready. I mean, you just had so many kids running those youth divisions that were ready to step up, and they sure did. I mean, they did it with style, and we're gonna give them another chance this year. The only thing I'd like to see change about that is more teams.
Yeah, and so the real difference was that you had kids running. Was there? Okay, so I guess to clarify, it was kids running a 3-man team, actually running like a full, basically running like a full race, but no mount.
Full on big boy race. But the outrider did not have to catch, or the outrider started mounted, I believe.
Right. Okay.
We started with the outrider mounted.
I think that's awesome. And so, was there an age limit on that, or was it open?
We did it 18 and under last year. I think maybe we'll do it 17 or under 18 this year, 17 and under. Not 1 year off of that. And we had some people voice concerns about kids competing in the youth and an adult division. I don't know how you knock a kid out of competing in both, because it's all about the kids in the first place. I mean, the more divisions they can compete in, the better off it is. And that's just the way it's going to be. I'm going to let them compete in the adult division as well if they compete in that, because they're ready for that. I mean, it is what it is.
I mean, and there's no limit.
Or as of right now, that's the way I feel about it. It's all about the kids. I mean, you're not going to have a whole lot of kids under 17 competing in both divisions. I mean, there's a few.
Yeah,
but the ones that do,
other, like even like say barrel racing or something, like you see that in other disciplines and stuff like that too, and nobody seems to have an issue with it. That's my personal opinion, so don't put that on anybody else. But that's just me.
Usually, there's just a few kids that people complain about, and that's the kids that do their homework. That's the kids that work it out at home and work those ponies and put in the time, and it shows at the track. And you can't begrudge them that. I'm not going to penalize them for working hard.
No. And honestly, the more times that they're able to get out on the track and, build their skills and build confidence.
And not all kids have the opportunity to do that at home. I mean, they can't do it all the time, but ones that do will age out of it one day, and they won't be able to compete against the other kids. You just have to wait on, and you need some good competition. You need a kid out there that everybody's shooting to match,
Yeah, no, I think it's awesome. I think as far as kind of giving kids the real taste and give them, start developing kind of those heroes for the sport at an earlier age. I think it's kind of cool to build those prospects. And I mean, obviously safety comes to mind and we want to be as safe as we can. I like that you're addressing that with the outriding and everything there. That's really where a lot of things get tangled up, is at the starting line. So you're kind of mitigating that. And no, I think it's cool. And I think everybody really liked it. And sounds like you're carrying that straight into the next one. So on the outlaw side of things, is there anything else that we can kind of be looking forward to? Anything else that's worth sharing right now before we kind of talk about the next race?
As far as different events, you got a specific kind of direction you're asking there?
Yeah. Just like, I guess think of it like entertainment wise, anything that you're putting out there that maybe we didn't see before.
We're going to do entertainment similar. We're actually, instead of having the band stage where it was at last year, that portable stage that we rented that was on the hill overlooking the track, we're building a permanent pavilion. We're going to pull it up close to where the bathhouse is. We're going to kind of tighten the vendors, the rodeo, pretty much like several other tracks do. You've got the track in one place and everything else is in another. And I would love to have it all in one place, but logistics just don't warrant that.
Yeah, that's hard.
The infrastructure, getting power to the right places and things like that. So we're going to pull the pavilion, the band, all the vendors, everything back up closer to the bathhouse where it's more carnival style, I guess you'd say.
Sure.
And then for the race days, I'm going to try to get with a couple of vendors about the possibility of moving into the track area to have some food available there, and around where the stage was last year. Going to allow people to drive their vehicles in there to where around that area where the stage was last year, where they can pull in there and park and not have to walk so far. I saw a lot of people walking last year that really didn't. I didn't think about how far people had to walk and the fact that there'd be so many people that didn't need to be walking that far, having to do it. And, I saw some people on canes and walkers, and I was like, that's not happening next year. We're going to have to figure out a better way, even if we have to shuttle people, just for the race,
Yeah.
We're going to let people drive in there closer, still have some camping around the track area if people wants it. But, the ability to drive closer and even sit on your tailgates, put your lawn chairs in the back of the truck, things like that. As long as it works, we'll do it. If it gets out of line, we'll back up and punt.
Well, let's start with
one more thing. Same way as far as backing up and punting. Same way with side-by-sides, golf carts, things like that. We're still going to allow that. I'm not going to charge people to bring them. I want you to bring them for your convenience, for navigating the premises. And as nobody that I know of abused that last year, and as long as that continues to be the case, they'll always be welcome.
Yeah. So, guys, be on your best behavior when it comes to that.
Please.
Be smart on how you park on things like hills. Like just don't mess up a good thing, because don't hot rod.
Hey,
don't
I know accidents happen, but
yeah.
There's also, just use good judgment, common sense.
Yeah.
That's not ever going to get mad about a true accident.
Yeah, but do what you can to mitigate that stuff. Make smart decisions. Just
right.
Yeah.
Well, but we want to make it as good for everybody as we can. As hopefully a few won't mess it up for the many.
Right.
Well, let's kick it on over to the inaugural Mississippi Madness race, which I'll say I'm pretty excited about. I really enjoyed having the cooler weather at Chase Outlaw's race. So knowing that we have another nice fair weather race, immaculate. Now remind us again the dates for the sanctioned race.
Gates will open October the 14th, and the race dates will be Saturday and Sunday, the 17th and 18th.
And what can attendants expect? I know you said you wanted to keep some stuff kind of under the wraps for a little bit and give us a surprise, but what's some of those things that we can talk about now?
Well, I'll let one cat out of the bag a little bit, I guess. We're kind of in the process of partnering with Warrior Rendezvous. David's familiar with Warrior Rendezvous. He stayed at their little farm stay.
That was awesome.
When he came to visit once. But they they're a great little organization for veterans. They do so much for veterans that could come there, stay for free, get away, just unwind, meditate. They have trails, they have the Airbnb, and they do a lot of farming. They've got fruit trees, honeybees, all kinds of things. And he asked me this year if he could farm some land over here. He needed some more flat ground to farm. And I had kind of had in mind doing a pumpkin patch and corn maze for the original race when we wanted to do the outlaw race in October, but we changed that. So he calls me and asked if I've got a place he can plant some corn and pumpkins. And I was like, well, as a matter of fact, I do. So we're going to have that corn maze and pumpkin patch. And
Okay, that's cool.
He's going to throw in with us. He's going to provide the labor, he's going to work them. He's going to do it, provided that the weather works out and they make, that'll be something that we'll have to look forward to. And that's just such a fun thing for the kids. My kids have always liked going to those, and they have a couple around town, and it just I think it'd work out to be a neat little attraction.
Yeah, no, I love it. I think it's super cool. I love that it kind of gives us another thing that we can promote when we're at that August race, at the Outlaw race, just kind of continuing to prime the pump. I really love the order of events that we have this year, the way that the Outlaw race lands at the start of August, and then we have some runway there to overcome any challenges or hurdles that we meet at that race. And then operationally speaking, we're going to be ready to go again when we hit mid-October, but also the added benefit of hopefully just like awesome weather and yeah, I mean, bringing in some different attractions and amenities, like something like you're talking about. I mean, I love it. And I see the way this is going to pan out. To me, is we're going to build on Reggie Little Outlaw 2 there, and then we're going to get to just roll that promotion straight into the third race. And I have a feeling you're going to have a great racer turnout for the first one, but just imagine like what the association is going to bring. I mean,
Right.
what if
I'm anxious to see
140
the
teams
comparison.
show up?
I'm anxious to see the comparison.
Yeah.
I am. But it's I think our spectator turnout's going to be a lot better this year too. I think everybody that came last year will bring somebody back this year. I mean,
That's how it works.
Yeah. We had really good feedback last year, and just really made us feel good.
Yeah. Anything changing as far as I know you mentioned that you're going to try to kind of move a couple of things around. So I mean, people coming down the hill. So we're going to have some parking there kind of on top of the spectator hill. I know you had kind of told me you guys were maybe trying to expand a little bit more in the bottoms. What kind of...
We're going to add some more water access for the racers. You know how we had the water lines all down the creek side last year for the racers. We're going to bring that all the way around the end of that bottom, that west bottom. So if you remember where Miss Debbie was camped last year, Joey Munns, Robbie Biggs, all their campsites will have water access this year. Where Pruitt's and the Myatts, we're going to try to get water down that little strip of trees. And maybe a few more water hookups up on top of the hill by the bathhouse and the old barn where the pavilion's going to be.
Yeah.
Don't know if we'll add any full service hookups yet, but eventually we're going to try to do that. That's kind of one thing that we wanted to do this year, but we just don't know how much this ice storm is going to set us back, and it's going to set us back a lot. I mean, we've got a lot of work to do. We'll never have it as pretty as we had it last year, but maybe one year it will be again. The trees just look like a war zone, but we're going to get it as clean as we can. We're going to add that water. The pavilion, another thing we wanted to do was to add a rodeo arena, but we may or may not get that done this year,
Right.
See how things pan out. leave a little something to sweeten a little bit with next year, you know.
There you go. Well, one thing that I noticed that was a pretty big hit last year was that Racers Lounge area that you had down there. That
Absolutely.
that
It really was, man. And it was a good time. It was such a good time for everybody. I feel like a lot of people had a chance to socialize that just normally don't.
Yeah.
You know, and it was, everybody got along, everybody had fun. That's definitely something that will continue.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so kind of on that vein, I guess, what would you say that you're most focused on getting right from the racer's perspective, like on things like that?
The track, the track is good. The safety is going to be our number one thing, and that track,
Sure.
I wouldn't even change the track if it weren't for just that I know that it's not safe. And
Right. Yeah.
What happened last year, I mean, if it'd been a first-year racer that wrecked last year, I'll be honest with you, I probably wouldn't have changed anything. But probably the most seasoned vet at the race,
Yeah.
had a catastrophe, and we're still praying for the Davidsons. Hate that happened. Just can't. Just terrible. But these are the risks of the sport, and this is why we love it.
They've had an incredibly good outlook on everything.
They have.
They've been super positive. And then, I mean, wouldn't you know it?
And then they won the world championship.
Yeah. And then,
I mean, hello.
Yeah. 4 weeks later, they're in Clinton, Arkansas, and they're winning a national championship, and they've got the story. So
John said if he wins this, he said he's never going to let me live it down. And I saw him make it into that runoff, and I saw John come walking up behind the buck and shoots. I was standing on top of him, and I turned around and I was screaming and yelling at John. I was going, "It's about to happen, dude. It's about to happen," and it did. So that was
That was so awesome.
Yeah,
it was so great, man.
Yeah.
It just, but that's the number one thing we want to get done for the racers is that track. We want to know that it's. We want to know that there's nothing more we can do to make it safe.
Right.
As far as changing the actual layout of the track, we're going to let people just learn the track. You know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I guess the other thing for the racers will be the water that we want to get accomplished. We're going to try to get the flow a little better this year.
Sure.
So live and learn, little tweaks here and there.
For somebody in the Glen, Mississippi or surrounding communities that might be on the fence about coming or just, interested, maybe saw that promotional video, what would you say to them to get them to attend?
If you don't have a good time, I'll give you your money back.
Okay.
I mean, I guarantee you can't come to one of these and not have fun.
Yeah, I don't think you'd have to worry about that. I think.
Satisfaction guaranteed.
I mean, the people who are coming for the week, most of them have been to Chuckwagon races before. They know what they're coming for.
Yeah.
A lot of the locals are coming for a 1 day or maybe a 2 day thing. You're not going to get more value for $1 at Instinct than everything you get at a Chuckwagon race. It's just, you can't go spend that money and have more fun anywhere.
I agree. And what makes this a good family event, whether you're a Chuckwagon competitor or just a part of the community?
Well, we're going to try to have a lot more audience participation stuff this year for the kids. Just some fun things to get them involved. Just the Chuckwagon crowd in general. I mean, you couldn't have your kids around a safer bunch. I mean, as a rule. I mean, nowhere you go, you've got to worry. Do you have to worry about these people? I mean,
Right.
They're all good people.
Yeah.
It just nothing better you could do with your kids except maybe be in the woods hunting or fishing with them, and that's not near as much fun to me.
Well, you put on a good event. Last year was a lot of fun, man. I'm so excited to come back out there, and I'm glad we get to come twice this year. It's going to be a blast. You absolutely you have a great pulse on what the racers love, what the racers expect, and I feel like you put them first with this event. But you haven't brushed aside anything by doing that. I think that you've accommodated well, and you're making changes that are going to be positive things for the spectators. And man, we're excited to help you promote this thing and get it out there to your community. And I'm just excited knowing we get to go twice. So yeah,
Well,
is there anything? Go ahead.
I'm
Go ahead.
literally questioning my sanity about doing two, Robin, but we'll see how it goes, and hopefully two won't be a whole lot harder than one.
Yeah,
There you go.
I don't know. I mean, I know I talked to you about it previously, and I've talked to I think I was talking with Savannah the other day about it and trying to work backwards on that. You know, like I just think it's a good decision. I think it's every way I look at it. I love that you guys are going to have two events, and it's not like you're just doing two of the same thing. There's going to be a variation between your outlaw approach because you are passionate about maintaining the outlaw. That was the first thing. You wanted to maintain the outlaw race and what makes it outlaw and different. And then you're going to have this other piece where the caravan of all these racers that are competing for points for a year-end buckle are going to come in, and then they're going to get to see it, and you're going to kind of cross-pollinate these things, and then I think it's just going to keep growing. So I'm stoked for you, man. So is there anything else that before we let you go, is there anything else that you want to share or anything you'd want to say to the people that are hearing this and hearing that?
To everyone who attended last year, just from the bottom of our hearts, thank you. We never dreamed that it would go so well. And it was because of the racers and the fans, the spectators, all the people that helped make it happen. And it just came off better than we could have ever asked for. We hope to make it better for you this year. And if you give us a chance, come back and see us again. We'll take your advice. We'll listen to what you say, and we'll always try to make you feel as at home as we can and accommodate you as best as possible. One thing I do want to say, again, I want to reiterate, trail riders, and we will have other chances to say this, trail riders, anybody in the woods, campsites around the trees, please be aware of the hanger limbs that are broken out and haven't fallen. They're still falling all the time, and I feel that they will be probably for the next year or two. It's going to be a real hazard. So just keep an eye out for those. We're trying to eliminate we're taking out a lot of trees that I really didn't want to take out on the main creek, just to eliminate that possibility. I mean, some of them were just so ugly with the tops broken out that they just had to go, but we're just trying to, mitigate as much future danger as we can.
Yeah.
But just keep an eye out for that.
Right on, man. Well,
and the cottonmouths from last year.
Gosh.
Wait a minute now. I didn't
No.
hear this.
No. I'm out, David. I can't go. I have a fear of snakes.
I think one person saw a snake last year.
Oh.
Okay. That's not that bad.
Well, Trent, you're making your big brother Reggie proud, and it's been pretty neat to see you grow this thing, and it's definitely comforting to know that it all comes from such a great place. That this all started with honoring a memory of your brother, and look at what it's grown into. So good for you, brother.
I couldn't have done it without the family that Reggie put together, man. Trump Train Race Team, just that's my second family, and they've all worked so hard to make last year happen, and we're working hard again this year to make it happen, and could not do it without them. I mean, it's just I feel like we got something real special in this bunch.
Yeah,
I think you do. And speaking of your bunch, this is a little offhanded, but what's the update on Kaylee? We see her out with the Down Under horsemanship. Where is she in Australia? Is this in the United States?
Right. Kaylee's going to kick my butt because I talked to Kaylee 5 minutes before you guys called, and I was supposed to tell you to call her and patch her in. She said to tell you to, and I just forgot. But Kaylee's doing great. She is at Clinton Anderson's. She just got back from Arizona with Clinton. She's doing the best. She's doing the best. She loves what she's doing. She's working her tail off. The hours are killing her. She's working from way before daylight to way after dark. And Kaylee has a work ethic that you just don't find often. I mean, when she's at a race, she has client horses with her, and she's up before daylight working those horses, just like if she were at her barn. She takes them with her wherever she goes. When she comes here to help and work and trail ride, she'll bring 3 client horses with her, and she does not do anything until those horses are worked. I mean, wherever she's at, they're with her and she's working them, and she's just like a machine. She is going to do well.
That's awesome.
That is so exciting to hear. Well, tell her that we are so sorry we didn't patch her in. But if she ever has some free
Haley,
time,
I am sorry. I was so nervous about doing this. I just completely forgot, honey, and I am so sorry.
well, if she's got some free time on a Monday or Tuesday afternoon, we will make a special occasion just for her to have her on as a guest.
There you go.
You're really in for something if you get her on, because she is a wild and crazy one.
Will she be coming to some of the races, or does the new job kind of
She
put
will
her
be
out?
able to make some of them. She's not going to make as much as she normally does, of course. She really lacking for time off with Clinton out there. It's a hectic schedule. But she is going to make Clinton. She's going to make our race. She's going to make both our races, she says. She's going to be at Clinton, and any other races that she can, when the opportunity arises. There'll be a couple that are kind of close to her. She's in Farmington, Arkansas. Is that right?
Okay.
Well, I don't think it's really close to anything, but it's closer to some than others. So
Yeah.
No, I remember seeing something out there about her moving. I didn't catch exactly where it was though.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we'll definitely have to hit up Kaylee some point this year. We know she's a heck of a horseman, and we
tried to get Danny Wilson to stick around. He was here yesterday. I tried to get him to stick around for this, but he had to get back home. He had a busy week this week.
Oh.
Well, there's plenty of time to catch up with Danny, and I'm sure that we'll find something to auction him off for this year at one of your events. So.
He's already. He and Kaylee both have already set the law down for that. They said they're not going to be auctioned again.
Oh, come on.
They may just not know it yet.
Yeah, well.
Surprise.
We'll see about that. But all right, man. Well, Trent, we appreciate you being on, man. And I'm sure we'll be talking to you before both your races this year. And it's going to be awesome, dude. So just keep in touch. Let us know if we can float any updates. And we're here for you. We're here to promote it. And we're going to be there for it. So we're here all the way. But
looking forward to it. And we'll be in touch and get something worked out. And just look forward to having you guys back. Look forward to having David Selby and Thomas Harrington announcing our races, being the voice of the RLO race.
Heck yeah, man. All right, man. We appreciate you.
Take care. Thanks for all you guys do for us, for the sport.
Cool. Well, the man, the myth, the legend, the little brother to Reggie Little. He's out here just following in Big Brother's footsteps, just forging a trail of his own. It's so cool. I personally am moved by everything with his events, his passion behind it, going out there last year, pre-race, pre-everything, seeing them working on their ranch, and just seeing everything come full circle is really, it's a cool story. And I am so glad that we get to be along for the ride. So that's pretty exciting. Any key takeaways for you guys? Anything got you excited?
I'm excited to see the bathhouse again.
The bathhouse was cool. So like anybody that hasn't been there, they have like fun, like old timey, like Western kind of provocative photos. Like in the men's room, you got like Dolly Parton and different historical female figures on the walls, and then you've got the opposite in the men's.
Oh, that's funny.
I didn't think they were too they were still family friendly enough.
Yeah,
but you did have some good looking subjects in those photos.
Yeah, there might have been a Clint Eastwood or a John Wayne in their younger days,
and a Sam Elliott. Mm-hmm,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and who's the other? Tom Selleck. Oh yes, I like some Tom Selleck. They don't make them like that anymore.
Yeah, well, provocative in my opinion. So pretty neat deal. A lot of thought goes into what they're doing down there, and the fact that they're going to move some of the events around, I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
it was kind of spread out last year, even though I didn't think it was bad or anything like that. I thought it was honestly pretty fun. It was kind of cool to have the stage right there at the top of the hill. It kind of made a neat experience for, I mean, you just think about that stage where it was sitting would just project so much down across those bottoms. But it makes sense that they're going to move that up and have more of a carnival area, like he said, just going to kind of consolidate all of that. And then when people go to the race, I mean, all you're doing when you go to the race is you're going to the race. For everything else, it makes sense that it's kind of like in one area, especially as you hit that later part of the day and you're hitting up the rodeo and you kind of want to be able to mingle and get around. So yeah, makes sense. I think it's cool. Any other key takeaways? I'm thinking pumpkin patch. That's going to be pretty neat.
Yeah, the corn maze pumpkin patch thing is going to be cool. I think that's something. I think a lot of these, just the kids that are not directly involved in racing and stuff. I think they need something to do, and I think this will be something cool. So that's pretty neat.
I think we'll have a handful of kiddos carving pumpkins.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I leave it to those guys. They're gonna make sure it's a good time.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we're getting ready for the ACWRA banquet that's coming up this weekend. We're excited to see all of our friends down there. We'll have the cameras out. We'll be talking about it next week. Just to kind of recap what happens there. We'll talk about the teams that are taking home buckles. We'll show some highlights and stuff like that. So stay tuned. And in the meantime, make sure you get over and subscribe, relive the ride at chuckwagonchannel.com. Thanks for tuning in. And don't forget, Season 3, The Great Wagon Race, March 14th. Mark your calendars. And we will see you out on the track.
Thanks for listening to the CWC Podcast.